What's up, guys? Anton here from dropshiplifestyle.com, and in today's episode of Dropship Weekly, we are going to be talking about 4 methods for finding highly profitable niches in 2019. So just say before we dive deep into this video, I am going to share a lot. This is kind of the foundation of the beginning of my Dropship Blueprint, the course that was voted best e-commerce course by Shopify. I'm not going to dive into everything for really lack of time, but I am going to give you more than enough to get you started on the right path to niche selection for drop shipping. So how to find things that actually have a potential to make you money. So many people dive into this and just pick random products and look for something that's hot right now, and they end up wasting a lot of time, sometimes a lot of money. And the truth is, this stuff does work, but the foundation of everything when it comes to e-commerce and drop shipping is picking the right type of products. So again, in this video, we are going to cover 4 of my methods for finding those products and narrowing down your niches. So with that being said, let's get into today's episode of Dropship Weekly. So if you're watching this video, you're probably well aware that I do run dropshiplifestyle.com. We do have a program called the Dropship Blueprint, and this is an overview of the 7 modules that I teach there. And like you could see here, module 1 is niche selection, because this is the foundation of everything. So before you do market research, make your website, get suppliers, optimize for conversions, get traffic, and automate everything, you got to pick the right products. So the 4 methods that we're going to go through today, first is focused brainstorming. Then I'm going to show you how to research and evaluate. From there, I'm going to show you how to get ideas to niche down, because niche specificity, that's key. I don't know how to say that word. Being niche specific is key. You want to be as niche specific as you can, as long as there's enough room in the market. And then I'm also going to show you how to think like a marketer to make sure that your niches are going to make money. And just know, with everything I talk about here, whether it be with niche selection or traffic or anything, our goal here with everything we do is to find different niches we can get into where we can put in the smallest amount of effort and get the biggest results. Okay, it's called Dropship Lifestyle for a reason. We want to be able to really make sure that we're earning when we're doing the work. So before I get into these 4 methods, let me just show you some actual examples of good and bad niches. So I'll switch screens here and I'll go to wayfair.com. You're probably familiar with this website. It's one of the top e-commerce stores. It's a publicly traded company, $1 billion plus in revenue, and a lot of their product fulfillment is done by drop shipping. So just going through here, like, it's a good place to get ideas and sub niches from, but just looking at different niches on the homepage, just from experience, I could tell you some that instantly I think of as good or bad. So first thing here, we have niches like furniture. Furniture, there are both good types and bad types within it. Reason being, some of them are more expensive, some of them are really inexpensive, and when you sell big and heavy items like furniture that's inexpensive, it's very hard to be able to ship it and offer free shipping and make a profit. So something like this recliner that's $610, honestly, something that size, your shipping cost is probably around $150. That means that, after you take that and then your product price, your wholesale price, probably would be around $300. Then you're left with, what's that? 610 minus 450. You got about $160 there of profit to work with, but that includes your ad spend. So when I talk about niches being good or bad, it's not just the product type. Like chairs like this might be great, but you want to sell more expensive ones so that your profit margins are locked in. Now, you have some other things that fall into furniture, so I can't just say furniture is good or bad. Like here you have this rocker gaming chair that's $41. Yeah, that's bad. You don't want to sell that though, because you're never going to be able to afford traffic profitably, then be able to ship it. So we'll go down and see if anything else just stands out. This right here, this patio sofa with cushions for $177. Honestly, I don't know how they're selling that at a profit. Something like that is just not worth your time. So let me come back to the homepage and we'll try to find some, again, both good and bad. Things like rugs, right? That would be a great niche. Again, assuming they're bigger, more expensive. And let's go through some of these and look. So the price ranges, I don't know honestly why they're varying so much. Let's see some individual products. They go from somehow $27 to $700. But what I like about the more expensive ones, for example, of a good niche, when you think of, let's just say, a $700 rug, the reason people would buy this is because they might want a certain pattern, they might want a specific size, and that's something that's going to draw them to the internet. Hopefully you set up traffic right when you get to that stage, get them to find you, and there's a good chance that they'll purchase online because, again, they're probably looking for a specific color or pattern, and if you can offer that to them, then they'll buy it online. They don't care what the brand name is, right? They don't care where it ships from. So definitely something that I would say is a good niche, again, assuming the price is right. Let's come back to the homepage here of Wayfair, and I want to see like anything that will instantly stand out as good or bad. Lighting, definitely lots of good examples in there at the higher price points. Some things like appliances, I'll tell you, unless you want to go B2B and go, commercial grade, it's not going to be a good niche. And the reason being because people kind of know what they want and they can get it locally, and people that sell it that have retail stores will get better pricing than you. So things like appliances, for the most part, general rule of thumb, stay away from. Things like, bedding, maybe the bed frames would be good, but things like sheets and mattresses and, towels, I mean, obviously those aren't expensive enough. But the problem with things like mattresses is they're very personal, meaning if someone orders it and thinks it's going to feel a certain way and it doesn't, they're going to want to return it. So things like personalized like that, I don't like selling. It's not worth it, especially when drop shipping, because of the high return rates. It's funny. I was watching Shark Tank. Love that show. I was watching it last night, and there was an apparel company on, and I forgot their revenue, but super high, growing like crazy. And they said their return rate was like, I think it was 28%. And they're like, yeah, that's lower than the industry average for apparel. And it's just like, oh, that hurts so bad if 1 out of 3 sales comes back, right? So don't get into anything that people really should see or touch before they purchase, because that, you're not going to have return rates anywhere like that. So that's just some quick examples, again, looking at this website of good and bad niches. Also, I recommend you check out this blog post on Dropship Lifestyle. Maybe you're watching this video on it right now. Maybe you're on YouTube. If you are, look for a link in the description. Come over here. It's just dropshiplifestyle.com/profitable-niches. And here I break down in these little infographics here, the good ones and the bad ones, again, to make sure you're not wasting your time. So let's hop back into our keynote here and go through focused brainstorming and what I mean by that. So when I say focused brainstorming, I'm talking about actually coming up with product ideas on your own, not by going on Google and being lazy and typing in drop shipping products or drop shipped products, because you're just going to find a bunch of middlemen that way. So what I want you to do is literally make a list and write down the last 5 items you've bought online. You can even come up with other ways to come up with ideas, right? With brainstorming, think about what things people do on vacation or what things you've done on vacation. And maybe that will, get your mind going and have you add unique items to your list. Think about what hobbies that you have or your friends have or your family has and what type of products they buy for their hobby. Think about the most expensive item in the room you're in right now, right? For me, it's probably that sofa. But yeah, think about that for yourself. Write that down to your list. Also, talk to your friends and your family and think about what they have in their homes that maybe you could possibly sell. Okay, so that's kind of how the initial brainstorming process works. And from there, you want to be able to narrow down this list of niches that you brainstormed. So some things you should look for is competition. So look for other people that are already selling these things. You don't want to get into any industry that's oversaturated. I can cover that in a lot more detail, and I do inside of the Dropship Blueprint. So if you're really serious about this, definitely go to dropshiplifestyle.com, click on e-commerce courses, and enroll for like the in-depth competition training. But also, just going through some top of mind things. You want to look at loyalty. And like I mentioned with the rugs, no one cares what company makes their rug, right? So you want to get into niches like that where people have no brand loyalty. Also pricing, remember, you want to stay towards the higher end of pricing. That's how you can guarantee your profits. Also with weight, You can sell heavy items and big items, but if you do, the price has to be right. If you're going to sell items on the lower end, maybe 200, 300, 400 bucks, they shouldn't be huge, heavy things because there'll be no room left for profit. Also, like I mentioned with returns, you want to get into niches where the return rate is not astronomically high because it's going to be a headache, it's going to eat into your margins, and it's not a lifestyle business once you get into that. So keep that in mind. Okay, second thing I wanted to talk about: researching and evaluating trends. Now, I'm not looking for the top trending products here, but what I am doing is checking Google Trends and looking for niches that are not seasonal. Okay, you don't want to sell anything that only has a 1 or 2 month window of the year where most of the revenue comes in. You want to sell things that will consistently sell year round because, again, I'm assuming you're trying to make money from your business and you don't want to have to wait 10 months to see what you have on your hands, or you don't want to have an amazing season then just kind of sit on your hands and hope you make money again next season. So definitely try to find things that sell year round. Also, don't get into any industries that are on a massive decline. So one could think of that was probably trending up a few years ago would be something like 3D printers. And I'd actually have to check the trends for this, but I know I heard a lot about 3D printers for a short amount of time, and no one's really talked about them in the past year and a half or so. So that's something that, you want to check the trends and make sure it's not declining because you would miss out on the bulk of the sales. Another tool you could check for trends is alexa.com. You can go there and type in other future competitors' websites, see what their traffic looks like on a graph, see if it's going up or down. Again, you're researching the trends of your competitor sites to see if they're getting more traffic, less traffic, or an even amount of traffic to what they have in the past. Of course, Google Keyword Tool, we use this to make sure that, again, search volume isn't drastically just dropping off. So make sure niches are trending kind of consistently or going up and that they're not seasonal. One tool I used to use that you can kind of use still is going on ebay.com, typing in different products, then looking at completed listings. The reason you could do this, and I would only recommend you do this in more obscure niches that you can't get data from the other platforms for, but you could see, what sells and what sells consistently at buy it now prices. Again, I don't recommend that for most niches, but if it's something obscure, you could definitely do that. Okay, let's talk about niching down, right? Very important that you don't just try to sell everything and anything under the sun. And if you're thinking, well, Amazon does that, well, you're right, but you're not Amazon, okay? The way that we could stand out is by building niche-specific stores and by playing on the fact that we tailor to this certain type of buyer for this certain type of product. So if you're trying to niche down and get ideas, definitely wayfair.com. Go there, look through all their categories and subcategories, see if anything stands out to you to get an idea. Also, Amazon, you can go there. They have, I don't know how many categories on their website, but you can go through all their categories and again, just try to brainstorm ideas and look for specific niches. Now, again, if you want in-depth training on kind of KPIs that we look for when doing our niche research, go to Dropship Lifestyle, click on courses, enroll in the blueprint, get the full training. It's like 40 hours of content there that shows you screen shares just like this of me doing all the research. So check that out if you're serious about this or if you want to try it yourself. I don't recommend it, but you can go to Amazon, look through categories there, and try to get your mind working in the right direction. Okay. Fourth thing I want to talk about is thinking like a marketer. What I really mean here is don't get into any industry just because you see something and you think, okay, Anton said that, sofas or furniture that's expensive is good. I'm going to go and just do that. What you want to do is make sure before you start, make sure that you actually have a chance to succeed. What I mean by that is go out there and spend your time doing market research, because the best marketers, the people that excel, whether it be at drop shipping, whether it be at even selling on Amazon, the people that excel at affiliate marketing, literally any business, they excel because they know their industry, they do their research first, and they get into a market with a unique value proposition that's going to help them win. So what I want you to do when you're thinking of your niches, when you start narrowing them down based on what I talked to you about, I want you to go out there and find all of your future competitors, literally everybody out there that's selling the stuff you want to sell. I want you to go through their websites and look at them as if you were a prospective buyer and see, what could be missing, or what are they not doing great at, or how can you get, a one-up on them. So definitely so important. I did a podcast that I think will help you get ideas on how to do this. It's called Usability Over Design. It's on my e-commerce lifestyle podcast at ecommercelifestyle.com. I'll post a link to that in the description below. But very important that before you put your time and energy into building something, you know that you can win. Because if you can't, then what's the point, right? So guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you got some value from it. If you did, definitely let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're not part of Dropship Lifestyle yet, go to dropshiplifestyle.com. Click on courses. You could see all of our coaching programs as well as our Done For You program where we literally build your store for you. So I'll link that up below also. So that's it, guys. I'm going to sign off, get back to work, and I'll see you all next week for Dropship Weekly. Thank you.